AIM-SIRIUS Innovation Program 3.0. With that, I would like to hand it over to my colleague from SIRIUS, Mr. Alexey Gorbachev. Thank you so much.
Hello, dear friends. I'm Alexey Gorbachev from SIRIUS, and I want to say that we've done a really amazing job. That was a unique experience for all of us. I hope that the program was interesting to all participants, and students learned a lot of new things during this implementation. And I want to express my gratitude to the lead mentors who came up with great tasks, put a lot of effort into projects, and united all teams and supported participants throughout the program. And despite such difficult conditions, despite the unusual format, it seems to us that all the teams coped brilliantly with their tasks and got very good results. So let me introduce our experts who were invited at the presentations today. These are Dr. Roman Ivanov, Director of SIRIUS University, Anatoly Ninashev, Head of Artificial Intelligence Department at SIRIUS University, Daud Mami, Rector of Adygea State University, the Scientific Director of the Republican School of Natural and Mathematics, and Nikolai Andreev, a Russian mathematician, author of website for the popularization of mathematics, Etudes.ru, and the winner of President's Prize. And I want to say special thanks to Mr. Ronak Jageshwar and Dr. Ramanan for organizing such a complex event. Thanks to you, we saw how much the boundaries of our collaboration can expand. Now, let us show a short video about the program and its participants. Ronak.
Thank you so much, Alexey. Here we go.
Hello everyone, greetings from India.
Меня зовут Кабиров Радмир, я являюсь участником третьей международной российско-индийской программы от образовательного центра «Сириус».
Hello, my name is Andrei. I'm from Zhukovsky, a small city near Moscow.
Привет, this is Tanay, and I study in 11th standard in DAV Public School, Vasarganj, New Delhi.
Всем привет, меня зовут Ждет Лилия, я родилась и живу в Республике Адыгея.
Namaste, I'm Anshul from India, and this video is quite special for me.
Hello, my name is Abraham Andrei. I am currently in my room in Moscow. In front of the desk, I work at our SIRIUS project.
Hi there, I'm Ksenia, a grade 10 student from Saratov, Russia.
Selected to AIM-SIRIUS Innovation Program, I was very excited. I wanted to develop and learn new things in programming and data analysis.
Anyway, now I want to show you my workplace. So here is where I listen to all the lectures, write my code, have meetings with my team, and I also have this little SIRIUS notebook where I write all my ideas. And with addition to that, I have a SIRIUS pen, which definitely allows me to put my thoughts in a comprehensible way.
Привет, меня зовут Данил, и в процессе работы нашей команды мы узнали, что разные переводчики переводят по-разному. Мы решили создать сайт, на котором люди оценивают, какой перевод лучше, а какой хуже.
I'm glad to be a part of the AIM-SIRIUS Program 3.0. Well, I did get to learn many things related to project management and business management, but the most fascinating one was to learn about Russian culture and Russian languages, because my focus area was machine translation evaluation.
Probably the most groundbreaking discovery out of the recent ones by Russian scientists is the development of quantum blockchain. This is a system that would allow us to protect our computers once the era of quantum computing actually comes in, and this gives a lot of hope.
C.V. Raman is famous for the Raman effect, and he got a Nobel Prize in 1930 for this discovery.
About the school systems in India, there are 4 subcategories.
first is the lower primary for age 6 to 10. Then we have the upper primary from age 11 to 13. Then we have the high school for age 13 to 15. And lastly, there is higher secondary school for 16 to 18 years of students.
Leave our child the rest. I heard it a little later, but this song is already a part of me. It says that when people leave, it's better to remember all the good of them. And every time a soul feels the pain, I think about how much good it has brought to my life, and it's become easier.
Thank you so much, everyone. In the past 2 weeks, we have interacted innumerable amount of times. Over the past 50 hours, we have tried to identify a problem statement, define your problem statement, ideate a solution, and create a viable virtual prototype as well. Today, all of us have gathered to witness what has been the progress for the past 2 weeks, and the students and the mentors and the teachers will be presenting their work to the larger audience during this YouTube Live. With that, I would now like to invite the chemistry focus area team to kindly present their work.
Ronak, is my screen visible?
Yes, it is. You can.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Daniel, please start.
So, but can you make it a bit bigger? Maybe.
Yes.
So yes, good afternoon, everybody. We are really happy to present today our team and our application we were creating during these 2 weeks. Our team is called Chemistry, on-the-fly check and search identities in chemical databases. Next slide, please. Firstly, next slide, please. Firstly, let me tell more about members of our team. Uvashi Gupta, Master of Science in Chemistry, and Yuri Porozov, candidate of Chemical Science in Sirius University. We had Hima Shah, Priza Rotary, Rohit Chandra as students, and Sahir Arora as educator from India. And we had Andrei Abramov, Daniil Sarafanikov, me, Polina Klachkova as students, and Jana Sharahyan as educator from Russia. Next slide, please. We have been developing an application called ChemFinder for these 2 weeks. Our goal was to create a user-friendly application which provides an opportunity to quickly find similar to the drawn by user chemical structures in databases. Next slide. The problem is nowadays there are a lot of different chemical databases. For example, Zinc, DrugBank, Savvy, Campbell, ChemSpider, and etc. And chemists have to switch between them as they may contain different molecules. And when they switch between them, they should constantly redraw their molecule using different tools, and it's really uncomfortable. Next slide, please. So to make our work efficient, we divided each into several steps. Firstly, we created a graphical user interface with molecules editor, which allows you to draw molecule you want. Then we developed a backend which extends the information with the databases of chemical structures. Then we had to create a script which transforms the graph representation of molecule which is drawn by user to the SMILE string. SMILE's format is used by programmers for comfortable work with chemicals. Then we created a script which was able to calculate the similarity of molecules. Similarity of molecules means how similar molecules are to each other. And also we wanted to determine the novelty of a structure drawn by user. Now I want to give the floor to my colleague Hime, and he will tell you some more about our application. Hime?
Thank you, Daniel. And now I will be telling about the research and development. For the research and development, first as code was made in JavaScript. Then we had added it with CSS so that we can make a user-friendly environment. And then finally, the most important part, we converted it into a standalone using the Electron program. We have made an easy to use GUI and which has an excellent backend support. We had used the catcher by EPAM as a 2D base so that we can easily draw the molecules. Then we have used the SMILE store library so that we can display the molecule similarities. Then we have used jQuery to make an interactive software which can interact easily from HTML and JS. Next slide, please. The diagrammatic representation. So, first, ChemFinder GUI is made up of Catcher by EPAM, which is a molecule editor. Then we have an SMILE store, which displays the molecules, and we have an CSS and HTML based UI so that it's user friendly to use. After a user draws the structure, it is called the db.js script is called, which connects it to the database. From the database, we send the SMILE format over there and we get the result on the screen. Next slide, please. So why should we use ChemFinder? ChemFinder is a standalone application that allows the user to draw 2D structures and search the molecules which are similar to it and also tell if it's novel or not. It is very much easy to use and it is very much fast and accurate. One more thing is that we have combined many of the databases so that the user does not have to switch between different databases to find the similarities. And one more thing, our product is license free so that anyone can use it, and the only minimum requirement to use our product is a PC and an internet connection. Next slide, please. Working of our application. So when a user opens the ChemFinder, he sees a 2D sketcher. On the 2D sketcher, when he starts drawing a 2D structure, structure is converted from the graph form to the SMILES format. This SMILES format is then sent to our db.js script. The db.js script checks again and again if no changes are made in the structure so that we do not send multiple queries to the database to prevent the loss of time. After a structure is confirmed, we send the structure in the SMILES format to the database. Over there, it gets checked and we give all the similar structures. Then, those similar structures come back to the db.js script again in the form of SMILES, and we display those in the graph format again on the GUI. Next slide, please.
Team, you have additional 2 minutes only.
We have a small video on the working of a product. Can you please play it? So over here, we are drawing a molecule. And now we have set the similarities to somewhere around 49%. Now we have got some similarities that has been displayed. The user still wanted to modify the structure, so he made a different structure. Now he has again set the similarities to 92%. Now the similarities have been sent to the database in the SMILE format. The user searched for some structures online and he was quite satisfied with it.
Okay,
Then he
time's up.
searched for
Can we please have the mentors' messages if there is any? Do we have any questions from the audience or from the mentors or from the experts?
Sorry, this is Roman. This is Roman Ivan of Sirius University. Just one question. Can you name any competitors, companies or solutions that have similar functionality? And if there are any, what are advantages of the solution of the app you have developed?
Sir, there are no competitors available for our product, and our product is very much novel. That's why we have made it license free also, so that everybody can use it. And if all the products that are trying to make something like this are still under development and they are not completely ready, so we don't have any competitors such yet.
Yeah, I'd like to just congratulate the team. It's an excellent presentation. And I just wanted to know, going forward, how do you plan to improve the accuracy of the system or of the application?
Yes, sir. Currently, we have limited our product to only 2 to 3 databases, but when we go further, we would like to add all the databases that are available for us to use. And we would also reduce the time as less as possible so that the user does not have to wait for more.
Excellent. I really appreciate this application, and congratulations to the entire team.
I have one question. Does your product information related to the properties for the known structures? Or so, for example, like if you are drawing some structure and there is a similarity, so does it show the properties of the structures?
Yes, sir. We can see that in the similar database where it is found. So our product shows the similarity structure, and if the person wants to get more info about it, they can just press a button and go to the site where this structure is present.
So what is your basically future plan to modify this? What else you would like to add in this?
We would like to remove the time lag, which is currently from 30 seconds to, we will make it like to 5 to 10 seconds so that the user does not have to wait much. We would also like to add multiple, like currently we are only limited to the PubChem and Zinc database, but we would like to add more databases such as drug bank, etc.
Yeah.
So does it give the multi-structure? Does it give the structure for the proteins also?
Thank
Sir,
you
any
so much.
chemical structure drawn.
Yeah. Ronak, considering the time,
Yes.
if you can
Yes,
allocate
please.
minutes to each presentation, then you'll be able to cover everybody.
Yes. Thank you so much, chemistry team. The next team is now the sports team, sports and fitness team. I would request the sports and fitness team to kindly start their presentation.
Honorable dignitaries from AIM-SIRIUS and members of other teams, it's a great pleasure for me to introduce to you all
Please go ahead.
Yes, please, you are
Sorry
audible.
for interruption. Team sports are starting again. Honorable dignitaries from AIM, SIRIUS, and members of other teams. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce to you all our team who has been proactively working under the focus area promoting sports, fitness, and games training. Our students and mentors have gone through intensive sessions on problem-solving identification, design thinking, ideation, and prototyping, keeping the users in their mind, especially in this pandemic background and increasing lifestyle-associated health problems. In the next few minutes, we shall learn about our innovation G2, which means get going. We have Sapna, Anshul, and Tanvi from India, while Ilya, Anastasia, and Vlad joined us from Russia. I believe our team has justified their amazing work under efficient mentorship of Gyanendra, Tirumala, Subramita, and Sivashis from India, with Arseny and Paulina from Russia. Now, let's get going with G2. Get Going is an intuitive mobile responsive application entirely built using Python and React framework. It helps the users to stay motivated, connected for the cause of sports and fitness.
Now that we're clear with our vision, we need to find the right users to make the right product. So let's meet Ray. Ray is a teenager. He attends online classes, plays video games, and is a sports person. Ray loves to go out and play, but is worried about the playground setup in this pandemic. Ray has not been able to be completely healthy due to this. Ray wants to play with others too, but he wonders whether they'll join him. One day, he got a mail from his friend. It was about an application. And voila, his problem is solved. Let's see how. To cater the problems of Ray, we looked on to the top pain points.
So we did exploratory research on the existing solutions, and we narrowed down to points which we believe are common across all the existing solutions. We concluded that there is a lack of a collaborative platform which enables users to join and host events online and offline. Moreover, there is added recognition and motivation which keeps users stick to their workout regimes. Our pain points like cost factors and lack of learning material also compromise with the user experience. Moreover, there were other pain points like improper tracking of growth, which also compromise with user experience. With all those points noted, we evolved a problem statement, which I believe embodies all the pain points discussed. It reads as that there is an absence of a collaborative platform with legit recognition, and it refrains users from getting the motivation to keep going. Now let's see how we went on with the solutioning phase.
And now when we defined the problem statement, we went to Design Studio and each of us tried to find the best solution. After that, we combined our ideas together and started to discuss all solutions in order to catch up the best and the most unique. Now let's see which one we choose and why.
On to the Design Studio handling our proposed solutions, within the club the ones which were similar to each other, and finalize the list of solutions we thought our web app could provide. Being ready with the final list of our solutions, we prioritize them on the graph with x-axis for higher user value and y-axis for higher technical complexity, which can be double. Let's see the G2 features.
We need G2 application. G2 providers nudge in the right direction. Collaboration with our to host, join events, rewards and recognition. We also provide an option for referral and share so that our solution reach wider audience and our also get motivated. Let's see the demo of our application.
Here comes the landing page of G2 or Get Going. Now, you get an option to log in where you can either sign up or simply enter your email ID and password. And then there comes a pop-up informing the user about iFit, a unique feature of our web app. We'll later talk about it. As you saw, one can easily download it from the link provided. We have two options here. Clicking on sports, we see different categories for all the sports. Similarly, we have a page for fitness. Now, to be able to join an event, all you need to do is to simply enter your email ID and voila, you'll see a confirmation pop-up. See, it's there. Now, to be able to create your event, you simply click on the button, fill in the details, and hit the send button. That's all you need to do here. It will again show a confirmation pop-up which says, yeah, created and posted in the event section. Now let us walk through my stuff. Now here we have an option to leave the event you have earlier registered for. Also, we can comment, rate, and share the events we had joined in the past. Now we have my rewards page where you can redeem your points either to buy the products or for the coupons to get different discounts. Now lastly, we have recognition page where you can claim your certificates and also share them with others. Now, as I said, let's have a look at iFit. Basically, what iFit does is to track your eye blinking rate. The program runs in the background, and when you're not blinking enough, it sends you an alert. Also, the countdown stops when the user face is undetected and starts again when it is detected. It does also provide an option for you to see the complete report.
Okay,
Just how the report looks like. Yep. Well, we are done over with it. So open to Q&A. Thank you.
Congratulations on this very good application. I think this is a much needed application in the COVID-19 times. And I want to congratulate both the teams from India as well as from Russia who have done it very imaginatively and creatively. One question I have is this application, how do you add to the functionality of the application if you want to involve yourself in new events or you want to create your own sporting event? Is there an opportunity? Is there a way you can do it in your application?
Yep. We provide the option. Simply click on the button and then the pop-up will come. You have to fill in the details. You send it. That gets posted in the event section. Also, people in 5-kilometer radius, they also get a notification in their mobile saying, hey, there's somebody in your area posted an event. If you want, you can join. And to be able to join, you can directly go on to joining section and see what sport you want to join and then those events that way.
Excellent. Congratulations again. So
and I personally wanted to put something up as a team all together. I don't know, maybe you could have asked the same question in the coming few minutes, but I'm putting it. See, with we proposing yet another online solution in the market, we have made sure that along with the fitness, we take care of eye fitness of the users too. That is why we embedded the iFit. We wanted to say this. So
no, I think that is very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Ronak, shall we go on to the next one?
Do we have any additional questions from other other members?
Yeah, please, we'll enjoy. Because this is the moment and I want to enjoy. We want to actually.
Okay, I don't think so. So in the paucity of time, we'll continue to the next team. The next team is from the digital financial assets of 21st century. I would now request the digital finance assets of the 21st century focus area team to kindly present their work.
Hello everyone, I'm Leonid Martin, introducing our project in digital financial assets of the 21st century. Digital financial assets have been around for just 10 years or so, but they're already playing a very important role in the world financial system and maybe in the world economy in general. They're used for storage of value, payment transactions, and as investment and trading instruments. But they are not without their own problems. One of the problems is fragmentation of the marketplace. There are really many financial exchanges for cryptocurrencies and digital financial assets where they are traded simultaneously at sometimes inconsistent prices. The objective of our project was to develop a liquidity aggregator, so a software solution, which allows everyone to obtain the consolidated fair price of digital financial assets, in particular Bitcoin, and make this information available and use it for making financial decisions. I am now giving the floor to Suraj to continue on our project.
Suraj?
Yeah. So, hello everyone, I'm Suraj Kumar and thanking you for giving me the opportunity that we worked on the post-focused area that is called digital financial assets of 21st century. So I'm going to give you the brief introduction about what actually the digital financial is. So but before that, let us give a look at to the evolution of the money. So what actually a digital currency is? So a cryptocurrency is a digital or a virtual currency that is secured by cryptography, which makes it nearly impossible to counterfeit or a double spend. The cryptocurrency is enormous. The cryptocurrency is economy is driven by peer-to-peer internet protocols. It has a hash string of data encoded to signify one unit of currency. It actually works. So when someone requests a transaction, then the transaction is broadcasted to the P2P network consisting of computers known as nodes. So this P2P network of nodes validates the transaction and the user status using the known algorithms. Once verified, the transaction is combined with other transactions to create a new block of data for the ledger. Then the new block of data is added to existing blockchain in a way that it is permanent and unalterable. Then finally the transaction is complete. So a verified transaction can involve cryptocurrency, contracts, records, or other information. A cryptocurrency has no intrinsic value in that it is not redeemable for other commodity, has no physical form, and it exists only in the network. Its supply is not determined by a central bank and the network is completely decentralized. So what actually the problem is? The problem here is there are many ECNs and that is called electronic communication network or digital exchanges. Different exchanges have different rates for the particular cryptocurrency. Some exchanges are located in different countries as well as the different time zones. Requirements of a single platform on which we can aggregate the liquidity. So the fair price of the cryptocurrency can be calculated and the exchange can be identified, which gives an average price closest to the fair price of a cryptocurrency, which will help to identify the exchange where a client gets the lowest buy price and the highest sell price for the given cryptocurrency. So now my colleague will explain you how we will approach to the problem and the solution.
Hi, I'm Nabgul from India. It's a pleasure to speak in front of such talented people. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna bore you with a few details and definitions. So let's start. Exchange. It is a place where trade takes place. There are two types of people at an exchange, sellers and buyers. Sellers places ask, which are prices for which they want to sell a unit of cryptocurrency and the quantity they want to sell. Whereas buyers places bids, that is the price which they are willing to buy a unit of cryptocurrency and the quantity they want to buy. An order book is a list of bids and ask. An aggregated order book is the aggregation of bids and ask from two or more exchanges. Bid ask bid is the difference between the lowest ask and the highest bid of an order book. The liquidity is a reciprocal of bid ask bid. Now, to solve the problem explained, we need to import order book from different exchanges. Currently, we are importing order book for Bitcoin from Binance and BitMax. They are two exchanges. Then using the live data, we will calculate the fair price. Next slide, please. The fair price will help us to identify the exchange which gives the average cryptocurrency price closest to the fair price. From the aggregated order book, we will be able to calculate the lowest ask and highest bid. Next slide. This is a flowchart of our working model. It first gets data from Bitcoin, from Binance and BitMax by a 24/7 server. The data is then processed, and by processing, I mean it's aggregated and necessary values are calculated, which is then pushed into our web API. Next slide. To accomplish this, we are using Python and its WebSocket library to get the order book for processing. For the web, we are using HTML and JavaScript. Lastly, our server runs on Fedora Linux. Next slide. At the left side, you can see an order book. This is how our code calculates VWAP prices, which are the average ask and average bid. Then we can calculate fair price, which is the midpoint of VWAP ask and VWAP bid. Next slide. Here you can see the importance of an aggregated order book from multiple exchanges. We have the highest bid from Binance, whereas we have the lowest ask from BitMax. Now I'll ask my colleague to show you a live demo. We have distributed our code into various different files. Here you can see the Binance.py, which gets data from Binance. Next, we have bitmax.py, which gets the data from BitMax. We have aggregate.py, which aggregates the order book from Binance and BitMax and calculate variables. And then we have serve.py, which push our calculated variables into our web user interface. We have created a web user interface using HTML. We are plotting a graph of the data using JavaScript. Now, like this, we have run the server. Now I'll ask my colleague to get a client by just connecting to the server. You can connect as many clients as you want. As at the left side, you can see the current time, fair price, ask VWAP, bid VWAP, lowest ask, and highest VWAP. They are the current instantaneous prices. And at the right side, you can see a graph. As you can see by the red line, it is a fair price, and you can see how far it is from the purple and the pink line, which are the highest bid and lowest ask respectively. Now, enough of that, we will go back to the presentation. Next slide. Next, this is our screenshot of our web user interface. If you observe it for a few while, now I'll ask Daniel to show you further. Thank you.
So thanks, Snap. So my name is Daniil Stoyanov. I'm from Russia. So talking about server and client sides, for setting up a connection between our server and a client, we were using a WebSockets Python library, which allows us to create a server side and a client side for our project. On the client side, which is our web interface in a browser, we are using HTML page with a JavaScript library plotty for creating graphs which outputting data in an easy for user format. Next slide, please. So talking about scope of future development, nowadays a lot of crypto traders are looking for an easy tool for interaction with different cryptocurrency exchanges using only one web page. So that's exactly what our web interface provides. For the future development, we are going to add order management connectors, smart order routing based on our aggregated order book, and algorithmic trading strategies based on our smart order routing and aggregated order book. So now I give the floor to Sanjit.
Hello everyone, thank you for giving me this opportunity to have a say in this prestigious meeting. During this AIM-SIRIUS program 3.0, we have learned a lot many things like teamwork, communication skills, presentation skills, and got exposure to programming like Python and JavaScript. I am very thankful to Niti Aayog, SIRIUS, and our team mentors with this note. And I would like to end by telling that something late has become never, so do it right now. And that is what made us achieve this. Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much. So do we have any questions for this team, please?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the team. I thought this is it's not an easy subject to do an application in, and I thought the quality of the application was excellent. So my congratulations both to the teams from Russia and India. And I was particularly impressed with the graphical representations that you showed in the demonstration. You have demonstrated a great understanding of the subject, as well as being able to capture it in the app. So a big congratulations to the entire team. So I think we have Dr. VijayRaghvan who has joined. We are really delighted to have Dr. VijayRaghvan join us today. He is the principal scientific advisor of the Government of India. Most importantly, he has been a champion of the Atal Innovation Mission, science, technology, and innovation in India. And so we are indeed very happy, and we feel very privileged that Dr. VijayRaghvan has joined us. He is also very accomplished in his field, as all of you may be aware. He got the Padma Shri, which is one of the highest honors bestowed by our country for people who have achieved great eminence as well as contributed tremendously to our country. In 2014, he is also a fellow of the Royal Sciences Fellowship of UK.
I should interrupt. We have young students here who are brilliant and are going to be great people for the future. We should hear about them, not about old fogey.
Yes, sir. But then you're an inspiration to all of us. So without any more time, I would like Dr. VijayRaghvan to address all of you. And thank you so much for joining this, sir. We have had a wonderful interaction over 2 weeks of the Russian and Indian students, tremendously assisted by the mentors, the teachers. They are focused in 8 areas, which are all very complex areas, including cognitive sciences, cultural exchanges, and so on. And they have just been, 3 of the teams have demonstrated their products and what they have developed. The remaining will be showing later on. But I know you are also very busy and pressed for time. So we'd be very happy to hear your thoughts on this particular occasion.
Thank you very, very much, Ramanan. I'll be very brief, but that doesn't mean how inspired and amazed I am by how much all of you have done. I've looked through the list of areas which have been working together, and they combine, very exciting areas such as, Ramanan mentioned cognitive science, chemical database analysis, distance education, AI for news, health, sports and fitness, and digital finance assets. These are all areas which are not only exciting for you to work on as bright young people, but they're also very important for the world. I'd like to highlight the importance of such collaborations this time in the state of the world, and particularly between Russia and India. We are going through a phase in the world because of the pandemic where global supply chains and movement of people and goods have been very badly affected. This requires new ways now, both in terms of dealing with the disease, but also looking forward, going ahead, how we will ensure that such breaks in supply chains and such disruptions don't happen, either because of these kinds or other kinds of disasters in the future. That requires bright people like you coming together to put in place robust, stable networks of collaboration and movement of both ideas, data, and people, and manufactured products in a manner which is stable and is good for our countries and for societies and for the world in general. In this area, both Russia and India need to work together a lot. And the reason is, much of what we see in the status of the way the world is moving today has, for historical reasons, been pushed by the economies in the West largely, and more recently in the growth of economies in the East. But these collaborations between Russia and India are very valuable because they have a long historical tradition of mutual support and trust and exchange of people in a manner which can add great value to the existing collaborations which are there in the world. And this is something you people are doing. What the friendships which you will make today, the interactions you'll have today, will be something which will last for the next 20, 30, 40 years. You are the new generation, and you will build a new world with these collaborations and interactions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. VijayRaghvan, for your presence and for your inspiring words. And indeed, these collaborations will go a long way, not just in building from a technical collaboration point of view, but more importantly, friendships which are going to last a lifetime. And I think that is one of the most important takeaways here. We have Dr. VijayRaghvan, we have the Vice Minister, Russian Deputy Minister of Education. I'll request Alexey to introduce him so that he can share a few thoughts on this particular occasion. We're also joined by Ms. Elena Shmeleva, who has been the architect of the SIRIUS AIM relationship. And we are also we feel very privileged that she has joined us today. So I turn it over to Alexey for introducing the Vice Minister.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ramanan. So let me introduce our Vice Minister, Alexey Medvedev, Vice Minister of Science and Higher Education of our ministry. That's very interested in development of young people and projects. And so, please, Alexey Mikhailovich, are you online?
Да. Уважаемые коллеги,
Dear colleagues,
приветствую вас на третьем российско-индийской проектной программе в области мобильной и веб-разработки.
welcome to the third Russian-Indian project program in mobile and web design.
В течение 2 недель в рамках проектной программы вы провели интенсивную и ответственную работу по направлениям, которые входят в число приоритетных для научно-технологического развития наших государств.
In 2 weeks, you have made an intensive and responsible work within projects in directions which are included into priorities for science and technological development of countries.
Реализованы инновационные проекты по искусственному интеллекту, здоровьесбережению, прикладной когнитивистике и другим не менее важным направлениям.
Innovative programs on artificial intelligence, health protection, applied cognitive science, and other important directions have been created.
В нашей стране в число приоритетов научно-технологического развития, определенным в стратегии научно-технологического развития Российской Федерации, входят переход к передовым цифровым интеллектуальным производственным технологиям, роботизированным системам, а также создание систем обработки больших объемов данных, машинного обучения и искусственного интеллекта, переход к персонализированной медицине, высокотехнологичному здравоохранению и технологиям здоровьесбережения.
In our country, such priorities of a science and technological sphere include a shift to new digital intellectual production technologies, robotic systems, and creating and processing a high level of data, machine learning and artificial intelligence, a shift to personalized and high-tech medicine and health-caring technologies.
Весомый вклад в развитие этих направлений. Результаты проектной программы тому подтверждение.
I'm sure that young generation can manage to contribute to development of these directions, and the project's results confirm it.
В рамках программы получены практикоориентированные результаты. Выполнены проекты по разработке приложения для комплексного мониторинга здоровья, веб-платформы для быстрой нейровизуализации активности мозга, цифрового модуля для сопоставления новых химических соединений с уже открытыми, и получены другие значимые результаты.
During the program, we got practical-oriented results, projects of application development for complex health check, web platforms for fast check of brain activity, digital module for chemical comparison have been made, and we can see impressive results.
Созданные ресурсы могут быть использованы для проведения прикладных, поисковых и фундаментальных исследований. Они облегчают и ускоряют процесс работы ученых.
Created resources may be used for applied search and fundamental researches. They help and fasten work of scientists.
Можно с уверенностью сказать, что современное молодое поколение начинающих исследователей и инноваторов успешно приумножает богатые традиции и вносит свой вклад в развитие российской и мировой науки.
We can claim that modern generation of scientists and innovators successfully increases rich traditions and contributes to Russian and worldwide scientific development.
У нашей страны обширный опыт сотрудничества с Индией в области науки, технологий и инноваций. Уверен, что интенсивная работа в международных российско-индийских командах обогатила опыт и знания каждого участника.
Our country has a great experience of cooperation with India in science, technologies, and innovations. I'm sure that intensive work in international Russian and Indian teams enrich experience and knowledge of both countries.
Желаю всем участникам программы, чтобы разработанные, инновационные, высокотехнологичные проекты нашли свое применение в жизни и послужили на благо общества.
I wish every participant that projects you have been working on to find your places and to be helpful for the whole society.
Дорогие друзья, желаю вам крепкого здоровья и дальнейших творческих успехов.
Dear friends, I wish you health and further creative success.
Mr. Ramanan, I'll give the back word to you.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank the Vice Minister of Science and Education for sharing his thoughts on this particular occasion and inspiring all the young students. And thank you also for the entire team in Russia for having supported this event. I am now delighted and we feel very privileged to have Dr. Rajiv Kumar, the Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog, to have joined us today. The Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog is one of the most distinguished economists of our country, but more importantly, he's been a champion of the Atal Innovation Mission initiatives across the country and many other innovation and science and technology initiatives that Niti Aayog champions. Niti Aayog is the think tank of the government of India, and he drives the performance of this think tank, and tremendous achievements have been made by the think tank under his leadership and guidance. Dr. Rajiv Kumar, we are privileged to have Elena from SIRIUS, who was there and who was instrumental in the signing of the agreement between Atal Innovation Mission and SIRIUS. We have been privileged to just hear Dr. Medvedev, the Vice Minister of Science and Education, address our audience. And we also had the pleasure of having Dr. VijayRaghvan share his thoughts on the occasion. There have been 48 team members from Russia and India students who have collaborated together, 6 members per team, 3 from India and 3 from Russia. And they have created some amazing innovations, app development in very complex areas related to digital financial assets, related to cognitive sciences, cultural interaction, sports and fitness, and so on. So we have already had some presentations from 3 of them, but we'd be really keen to hear your thoughts on this occasion. You have always championed us right from the beginning, and you have also had attended the innovations that the first Russian team which came to India in IIT Delhi. You were present and you inspired all of them with your presence. So we would like to hear your thoughts on this particular occasion. You're on mute, sir. Can you unmute?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ramanan, and what a pleasure to be here with the 2 teams. Honorable Mr. Minister, Ms. Elena Shmeleva, my other friends from both sides, Indian and Russian. It is indeed, for me, almost like a historic moment, because we have seen cooperation and collaboration between older generations from 2 countries. But this cooperation between the younger generation, between the leaders of tomorrow, between the scientists and innovators of tomorrow, I think is quite unique. I have not seen this elsewhere, and I think it really is something that we should be eminently proud of and be committed to carry forward. I know the beginnings of this were done when our Honorable Prime Minister visited Russia and President Putin invited him to Sochi. And what he saw there was so inspiring for Prime Minister Modi that he decided at that very moment to have this MOU for bilateral cooperation. And since then, it's been 3 years, I guess, and this collaboration has gone from strength to strength. As Ramanan mentioned, I was witness to the active collaboration in 2019, I think it was, when the Russian team visited us. I met the youngsters, I saw the excitement of the two teams working together and IIT, and then we were there when they were introduced to President Putin and to the Prime Minister at the convention, at the closing ceremony later on. So I think this is a unique experiment that has been started, and it really is mountain upon us. It's really we have to commit to see its growth and to see it flourish as we go forward. I'm very happy to see that already this last 2 weeks, this collaboration where both sides have worked for more than 40 hours each, student with their mentors, with the Atal Tinkering Labs, with their schools, has produced so many results. I'm a mere economist, so I don't understand all the technical advances and the technologies and the apps that have been developed, but I believe in natural language processing, in digital linguistics, in financial world, in fintech. Number of things have been developed, and I'm sure that these will be carried forward as we in the course of time. I'm sure all of us who are here know about the Atal Innovation Mission. Again, this is a creation of our Prime Minister's vision, who wants to, and whose vision is to convert India into one of the world's best and strongest innovation ecosystem. And he wants this innovation habit to be inculcated at the youngest levels, and change the entire pattern of our education and learning, and to orient our young people towards innovation, towards science and technology. And as you know, Atal Innovation Mission, under a very capable leadership of Ramanan and his team, and also advised by our high-level committee, which I am fortunate enough to be chairing, they have done tremendous work. They have done path-breaking work to establish 5,540 Atal Tinkering Labs in 3 years. Is an amazing achievement in a country as vast and as diverse as us. I think this is something that's there now for our history, for our future. And 2.5 million young students have been exposed to all the innovations, to the new, the artificial intelligence, iOS, optical technologies, etc. And they worked with large number of mentors. So it's been a big effort. It's something that we are very proud of in Niti Aayog, because also we have established community centers, community tinkering labs, where ordinary people can go and take advantage of the latest equipment. Friends, really my sincere vision is that young people from Russia and India come together, because I think there's a deep understanding, there's a deep cultural bond between the two countries. And I'm sure that this bond, this collaboration, can really not contribute only to India and Russia, but to the global technology and innovative frontier. And I think we can work together for global benefits in this COVID world, in this post-COVID world that we hope that we'll be soon there. We will see that it's a different world, and we need to do things differently. We would need to devise new methods of working and of and doing work and delivery. And I think all of them can benefit by the people, youngsters here who are collaborating with each other. I wish you all a lot of success. I know all the achievement that you've done already, and I assure you that Niti Aayog is fully committed to not just this collaboration, but hopefully the collaboration with other centers, innovative centers in Russia, not just CERIS, but even others who are there. And I hope one day a very large number of schools from India and Russia will come together in a festival of innovation, in a festival of joint work and cooperation and cooperative technological advancement. But that will be the signature, that will be really an example for the rest of the world. All my very best to you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I hope to see you again, to see you in India physically next year, when I hope this collaboration will go forward. Bye-bye and namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kumar, for your inspiring words. Indeed, we will take your words to heart and we will see how we can celebrate a festival of innovation between a larger number of Indian students and Russian students from both the countries. And as you rightly mentioned, this has gone from strength to strength, and we have been tremendously benefited because of the support that not only you and Niti Aayog have given, but also serious authorities led by Elena have given us in this initiative. And I also want to thank all the mentors and the teachers who have very actively participated. So we have more than 32 mentors and teachers who have participated in all of this. And we had a set of distinguished speakers and scientists who gave their valuable time to share knowledge with all the young students. So thank you so much, sir, for your presence and for your valuable time today. And I now turn it over to Alexey for the next part of the session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now.
Thank you so much, all. Now, we have completed the 3 presentations by the 3 focus area teams, which were chemistry, sports, and digital financial assets. And we have also heard encouraging words from our guests today, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Vice Chairman, Niti Aayog, Mr. Alexey Medvedev, Vice Chairman of Science and Higher Education, Ministry of Russia, and the Principal Scientific Advisor of India, Dr. K. VijayRaghvan. Now, we continue with the presentations for the next 5 focus area teams. I would now like to request the distance education team to kindly come forward and present their work.
Ronak, I know that Miss Elena also is having a pressing schedule. So if she wants to share a few thoughts, you may ask Alexey to do that, depending upon her availability.
Alexey, over to you, please.
Yes, that's okay. We're with Miss Elena, everything. We're waiting for 5 projects, and then the last part of Miss Elena and Mr. Ramanan. Thank you.
Okay, very good.
Thank you. I would now request the distance education team to kindly present their work.
Just a second. Okay. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to be representing the distance education team, and our project was the statistical analysis of Olympiad tasks. You can see our international team on the slide. Every member has managed to make a valuable contribution to our project, which would not be possible without the great help of our amazing mentors. So, our global goal is to change the future of Olympiads. And in order to achieve that, we decided to create our program. So here you can see the final report that we got. And before I jump into explaining every piece of our report, I want to give you a high-level overview of the stages of an Olympiad. So first, tasks are created by task creators. Second, the organizers hold the whole thing and make sure that it goes well. In the end, the results are checked and analyzed by the juries, and diplomas are given. So what we did is we wrote a program that gives out important insights about literally any Olympiad. So we feed the results of that Olympiad to the program, and after some magic happening here, we get a report with a thorough analysis of that data. Helpful to all the people that were involved initially in that Olympiad. So Ivan was in charge of putting together that report, and thanks to him, we are now able to see the output in an understandable way. So in order to help the creators, we decided to calculate how many people got the right answer out of all the answers given. So Harsh and Siddharth were responsible for that, and this fraction can be considered to be the difficulty of a certain task. We therefore can check, do the tasks go in an increasing order in terms of difficulty like they're supposed to be? So Divik did that, and you can see the results on the right. My task was to mock the Olympiad and see with which difficulties we can get the biggest number of winners. The resulting table is called the optimal difficulty for each task, and you can see it in the middle. So then we decided to help the organizers, and since the organizers need to find the issues as the Olympiad goes by, so right on the go, we decided to write code that checks whether one variant is significantly more difficult than another in order to find any disparities that there might be. So Divik did that, and 1 stands for yes, it is wrong and more difficult, and 0 stands for no. So we need to maximize the number of zeros that we get in order to consider an Olympiad to be fair. So Siddharth and Harsh calculated the fraction of correct answers by each task and each variant. So this gives us a much better understanding of whether there is a problem with the variant or not. So in the end, we have juries, which is the last stage, and to help them with giving out diplomas, Gleb found the best scores for the tasks and counted how many diplomas we can actually give if the given border does not result in an exactly fair number of participants. So what I mean by that is that if we take, for example, 48 students, some Olympiad had 48 students. So 25% of the 48 students would be this. However, we can see that the score of 6 appears beyond the 25%. So if we give students only to the 25% of the students, it will not be fair. So what we do is we drop these repeated scores and give a little less diplomas. So then we decided to test our program on 500 Olympiads with more than 4 million participants. And using our program, we found that in variant 2 of one of the mathematics Olympiads, there was a suspiciously low number of correct answers. So we compared it to another variant, 1, and found, of course, like manually, that there was indeed a problem. So you can see that it also says 8 rectangles, just like here, but here we have 21 cells instead of 17. Therefore, it is simply not possible to actually cut the figure in 8 rectangles. So we can conclude that there is a typo and it's supposed to be 10, not 8. And we also can conclude that our program actually works and can be useful in the future. So now I want to thank you for your attention. And I just really want to say that I believe that our project has a very huge potential to actually make an impact on the Olympiad world. And as we go on and develop it, I believe that the change that is going to be made by our project is going to be very, very positive. Thank you. If you have any questions regarding the content, I have several additional slides which might help with further elaborating on the topic of the question. So
Okay. How are you going to curate the various content that is going to come to your application?
So since we're since we developed a program that doesn't really care about the content and it only takes the results. So usually in the results data,
our application.
I'm sorry.
Please continue. Please continue.
Yeah, okay. So since we're given the results data, which only includes the amount of scores someone got for each task, unique number of a participant, and so on, we don't really care about the content. So we use numbers only. And yeah, that's it. So this is like a uniform application that can be used for literally any task where scores are given to different tasks.
I'd like to compliment on this application is very creative, and I want to compliment all of you who have participated in this. And I think this is going to be very useful in the days ahead in the Olympiad. Thank you so much for presenting.
Thank you.
With this note, I would like to thank Shania. I'm Dinesh Kumar from Learning Links Foundation, India. I'm one of the lead mentor for the focus area distance education. It's my honor and privilege to share my delightful experience which I had with the students and colleagues of Russia and India. So basically, I want to mention them. These set of students had a great thirst to learn new things in synchronization with the team, always. So I must say, all these 6 students of the crew has unique talent with an attitude never say no to the tasks assigned. This paved way to accomplish the desired results quickly. All these positive outcomes wouldn't be possible without the coordination, structured plan, and focused spirit of my colleagues of this team, Mr. Alexander, Ms. Olga, Ms. Gia, and Arena. So, with this note, we thank Atal Innovation Mission Series for giving us this splendid opportunity. Once again, we thank everyone. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we proceed to the next team, which is the cognitive science focus area. I would now like to request the cognitive science focus area team to kindly present their work.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank AIM and Sirius for providing us the platform through which our students are able to showcase their innovations. So without wasting too much time, I would request students, my kids, Akshat, Zenia, and Himanshu, please go ahead for your presentation and all the very best. Thank you.
Sure, let's start.
Akshat, you are on mute.
So actually, Himanshu was starting with the first slide. Himanshu, are you there? So hello all, I welcome you to the AIM-SIRIUS Cognitive Science Platform, which uses the parallel platform for parallel processing of neuroimaging data. Now I would ask Evgenia to continue further for the new slides.
So here's the content of our presentation. You can see it, and let's not waste our time and move on. So being one of the main methods of investigation of human brain performance, EEG, it still takes considerably much time to process even one participant's data, around 3 hours. And for each waveband, you need to run the algorithm once again, let alone the fact that you need to code this algorithm by yourself. Considering all those points, we propose our solution. Optimize processing by implementing parallelization and creating a web platform where scientists can visualize their data easily.
Right, our backend is divided into 3 parts. First is the data pre-processing.
Here we set up various filters to remove the activity which is not related to electrical cortex activity. Then we do the independent component analysis of the data and create inverse operators. In the second step, we create various connectivity matrices based on the inverse operators that we got from the first step. Then we suppress the artifacts and make various CSV files. Then in the third step, we create nodes and edges of the graphs based on the connectivity matrices we received from the second step using the NetworkX library. Then the characteristic path length is computed for all the nodes of the graph and then averaged so that the researcher can get generalized view of the analysis of the data. Then we merge the output with an image of the brain and save them as PNG files so that the data analysis can be visualized by the researcher.
Now, processing one participant data looks like sequential computation of connectivity for each epoch. We instead divide epochs into groups of 7 and compute all of them in parallel, which is implemented with Ray library. Processing all data in a cluster allows us to use the same high capacity for each participant. This way, instead of 3 hours, we get 20 minutes for one participant.
So here comes the visualization that our platform provides as an output of our platform. So here various bands depict the various details of the brain. As an example, we have the data for the sensors of band theta and alpha with their respective visuals depicted here. So band theta is from 4 to 8 Hz and is associated with emotional regulation. And we have band alpha, which is from 8 to 13 Hz, which is associated with awareness and attention control.
Now the architecture of our platform is really simple. We have a web page where the user, that is the researcher, can input his data. He can upload the files in zip format. Now these files in zip format are sent to the database, that is SQLite. Now from the database, we receive the files to the backend where we process the data based on the 3 steps that we have that we explained in the previous slides. We use Python for this data processing. Then the results that we get in the PNG format are sent to the email of the person. We don't display it on the web page because it takes about 20 minutes to process. So emailing them is the best option.
And now let's talk about actual realization. This is the registration form, and then the user can log in and start working. This is homepage where information about the platform is presented. And here is the instructions on files uploaded and also on file naming, which is also very important. This is how the upload page looks itself. If the user submits empty file or file which is not zip archive, they'll see the error page. After uploading right file page, this page will be shown and processing started. Once the computation done, the user will get an email with the output archive.
So the limitation and future perspective we have for now is that the only connectivity analysis is available for the time being. But while widening the range of possible analysis, we can widen the output by the future time. And only one type of input data for the time being can be processed. But with developing algorithm for processing MEG and F, NIRS files, we can process more data.
That's our team under wise conduction of our mentors Evgenia, Alexey, and Tarek. And that's all for us, and we are ready to answer for your question. Thank you and спасибо.
Over to all of you for questions, please.
Sorry, I didn't catch it. Can you repeat please the question?
Hi. Again, my congratulations to this team. This is a very difficult topic to pick up and to work on, and I want to compliment the team for taking one of the more difficult topics and really making it simple in terms of how you have developed the application. I'd like to know what are some of the challenges that you faced in the development of this particular solution, and what are still some things that you have not yet been able to address?
Right. So one of the major
So
challenges was
things with that.
Right. One of the major
You
challenges
can
were
continue.
the parallelization of the data. So rather than doing it in steps, we need to parallelize all the data processing so that we can reduce the amount of time. So that was one of the main challenges that we had. And about the future perspectives, we are only able to analyze only EEG data, and we are not able to analyze other data from the other kind of neurological tests. So we are working on how can we make the algorithms for analyzing those datas.
Yeah, very good. Because that is an area, even when you do parallel processing, the synchronization of the data as well as the non-duplication of the processing of the data becomes very important, and maintaining the state awareness of a particular processing state is very important. Yeah, anything else?
Okay. Now we can proceed to the next team, which is the linguistics focus area team. I would now like to request the linguistics focus area team to kindly present their work.
So we can start with it, I guess.
Abhinav, it's Telegram.
Yes, yes, we can see the screen.
Greetings and a very warm welcome to everyone. And we are here to present our things which we have done in this program from like this 15 days. So let's get started.
So the name of our project is Aspire. It stands for AIM-SIRIUS Proving. This is how our design thinking model looks. Definition of the problem: lack of accuracy, adequacy, and fluency in machine translation systems. We needed a crowdsourcing platform where we could collect translations from people, that is human translations, to know about the quality of existing machine translation systems. We created a website that asks users to translate, rate, and compare sentences. We have a fully functional and user-friendly website that serves the purpose. Also created posters for the website and have sites. We got some amazing responses. And this is a description of the problem.
Hi, Abhinav. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing okay. Nice to meet you.
For a favor.
To help you?
Hint assignment today. I got only 1 of 5. Here's This is my assignment.
Oh my God, Liliana, where did you get this sentence from?
Look at the English
Where did you
sentence
get this?
above. I find machine translation very useful. Kate.
That's true, but do you even realize what this word means?
Not really. What is it?
Then try translating the word COVID-19 into Hindi. Do you know what this means?
No, not really.
Then try translating this word back into English.
But what have really bad translation?
No doubt that machine translation is important, but what is even more important is to evaluate the quality of machine translation. Today, we have some machine translation systems that help us in translating a text from one language to another, but we do not have proper tools which help us in evaluating the quality of machine translation.
How good it will behave if we had a crowdsourcing system where people translate the quality of machine translation.
Now, my next slide expresses about our website named Aspire, which takes data from users and rate already translated sentences and compare those sentences. We also have a page where users can help translate sentences, and that data could be used to make new machine translating systems for new languages.
The impact of our solution. Our project helps us to gather more data for training new machine translation models. There are more than 4.3 billion people speaking nearly 2,300 living languages across Asia, but all of them are not included in any machine translation model. This is due to lack of data. Our project is a crowdsourcing platform that will help us to collect data. Our project also helps in improving the accuracy of machine translation systems. Only about 100 languages have machine translation system available, and all of them are not really accurate. Lack of accuracy can mislead people.
Decided to take three languages from both countries, languages close to Russia, the Tatar, Bashkir, and Yakutsk. They are the national languages of the Republic of Bashkortostan, Republic of Tatarstan, and Sakha Republic. Close to India, Hindi, Marathi, and Gujarati, which are national in India and predominate in certain regions.
So here is an overview of our website.
This is our website and page here. I already have an account, so I will quickly log in. And after logging in, I will be told to do 3 tasks. To rate translations. So I've been given a translation and I feel that it's not quite good. I can also comment on the translation. The next task is to compare 2 translated sentences. I feel B is better. I can also translate an English sentence, so I will be provided with an English sentence and I have to translate that into Hindi and send the answer.
The architecture of our project. So this is basically a crowdsourcing platform, so people will have to give their inputs into the website and their answers are going to be saved in our database. So it is an SQLite database as well as an Excel file. We have created this using Django, Python, IBM Watson, Assistant Service, and Python Anywhere.
Learning of 15 days exposure was great cross-cultural collaboration and industrial exposure along with global exposure of soft skills, creativity, simple coding and global marketing requirements, and how to develop and fulfill it successfully as an entrepreneur. Now, I would like to thank all the organizers, the team of SIRIUS, AIMS, and Niti Aayog for organizing a great and fabulous event over here. And we are proud to be a part of this event. Thank you. So now we are all open for questions.
So I wanted to ask a question. Most of you would have heard the expert lecture from David Tabloid, who's the head of Yandex Translate. Those children who are not present and some of the experts who are joining this concluding part may not have attended that session. It was a wonderful session where the head of Yandex Translate brought out the similarities between Sanskrit, Russian and Hindi. So that was a fantastic lecture. And my question to this group is, what did you learn from that lecture? And did you incorporate anything what was talked in that lecture? And taking forward your work, how would you like to pitch it with Yandex Translate and take it forward?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to answer this question. Right, sure. Like this project of ours is for evaluating the quality of machine translation. And that day, sir had talked about the difficulties that we face while in machine translation. So we found that it is quite difficult to translate a text. It has like many aspects. So what we are doing with this, with our project, is that we are collecting data from users, and this data can be fed to those machine translation models, and this will actually increase their accuracy. I hope that answers your question.
So you have a chance of pitching it with the Yandex Translate and taking it forward.
Sure.
Yeah. First of all, I want to compliment again this team. This is a much needed requirement across the world. If there is one thing that can help build bridges between countries, it is the ability to understand and translate different languages so that people can communicate easier with each other. And therefore, this particular application is of great importance. My question is, when you're crowdsourcing possible translations of a particular text in order to assess the quality of the machine translation, how do you determine, is it very subjective, or how do you objectively determine which is a better translation?
Okay, I guess.
Actually look at the database and we take the answers, the majority of answers, and if the majority of the answers on the text is actually in like a negative sense, so we check what they have written in the comment. If they have written some suggestions like what to change and what is missing over there, we see that and we can tell that thing to the companies which come to us on their translations. And yes, this is how we proceed.
So if I may make a suggestion, one is, even when people crowd translate and assess your particular translation, you can inbuild a scoring system of the translation so that you will have a more objective, quantitative feedback on the current translation that is there. And the second is, how do you can incorporate AI to be able to assess the closest most correct translation to the word that you're seeking.
Sure, sir. We'll try to implement that. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, great.
Any more?
Thank you so much. Now we proceed to the next focus area. The next focus area is the health focus area, health and well-being. And now I would like to request the team to kindly share their presentations.
Thank you, Ronald. So we'll be, thank you so much for everyone. So good afternoon. So I'm the Satyan, mentor for the health and well-being team. Without wasting your time, I'll be handing over to our students. Ashniti, stage is yours. Yeah.
So, good morning to one and all present. I'm Ashnees from the health team, and we got the topic well-being monitoring, data analysis, and abnormalities research. So we created this application, MediHelp, in the AIM-SIRIUS Innovation Program 3.0. This is our team. Moving on to the problem statement. When a patient cannot access his clinician, it is impossible to receive medical care, build relationships with the providers, and achieve the overall patient wellness. Between appointment availability issues and trouble getting a ride to the hospital, the patient care access has many associated challenges. Aside from care quality, access to convenient care is one of the top drivers for patient care side decisions. Patients want to be able to access their healthcare whenever they want. There is a need for universal health app, which is easy to use and is patient friendly. In the current time, there are no sufficient details being provided about the prescribed medicines. There is no emergency SOS feature button to call the ambulance and then being able to track the location of the ambulance. There are no digital records being maintained to track the patient history. And there are no analysis of the medical records and prescriptions using artificial intelligence. So, we offer a product that can solve each of these problems and overcome all the issues faced by patients, doctors, pathology labs, and the pharmacies.
Our application provides many advantages, the first one being intuitive for the emergency source button to call the ambulance and track its location. Secondly, the effort to print the QR code on the packages of medicines, by scanning which in our application you can find out the expiry date and other important information about the medicine. Thirdly, in our application, after entering your personal account, you can view the patient history, electronic reports of doctors, and reports of laboratories. Our application also provides here to get quick access to the nearby doctors, pharmacists, and the pathology lab by giving them directions here to chat video call as well.
According to all the problems and solutions mentioned in the previous slides, we came up with an app which provides a platform for all patients, doctors, pharmacies, and pathology labs to come together. Now let's take a look at our app MediHealth. When you open our app, this is the first screen that opens. If you're using it for the first time, you can sign up and afterwards you can log in. As you can see on the home screen, there are two options: call ambulance and scan QR code. Call ambulance, through call ambulance, we can send our location to the ambulance and also track it. So it will be very convenient for patients and for hospitals. As for scan QR code, we can scan the QR code which is printed on the medicine and get all its information like content and MRP and expiry dates. So for example, let's take this QR code. We can see we get all the information about this medicine. Now let's log in. I've logged in as a patient, so we can see all the options a patient will get when he or she logs in. So the first one being the doctor appointment. Here we can see all the doctors who are near us, and if we want to consult a dietitian or a cardiologist, we can get information, and we can also see their schedule, like when they are free, so that we can book any appointment with them. And for medicine reminder, this app can remind us when to take a medicine. Like if we want to take a medicine, we can select the time, like in every 6 hours I want to take this medicine and what kind of medicine it is. So yeah, the app will remind us. And also prescription. Here the doctors can add the medicines that should be taken by the patients to get well, and the labs can also upload their results here. Also pharmacies nearby. Here we can see all the shops from where we can buy medicines and medical instruments. As for lab results, we can see many type of results here. And let's see, if we click on ECG report, it will open a web browser. We have made this web browser through Python, and when it will open, it will start loading its libraries.
program for the analysis of patient EKG data, which will help doctors to obtain a report on the patient's health. To get the EKG report, you need to press the green play button. Then it will load some files and libraries, and after that, it will ask for the patient ID that you want to analyze. Some ID number will be given to each patient. If the ID was entered incorrectly or there is no patient with this number, the program will inform you about it and offer to enter the number again. So here, after entering the ID, the EKG report is shown at the upper screen, and values like BPM, ABA, and else are shown below. To create this program, we used the Python program language and some libraries such as HRPy for working with the files and matplotlib for data visualization.
We also did a comparative analysis and took the already existing apps like Practo, WebMD, Doctor on Demand, and MFind, and then we analyzed them. All of these apps lacked some of the feature, but in our application, MediHelp, all of these features are included, as you can see on your screen.
Future scopes are to add visual three-dimensional model of human body in chat and video call, which will help the patient to express its pain to the doctor. Second one is adding artificial intelligence to find the appropriate doctor as per the input given by patient and to analyze the digital health records to find the abnormalities which will be used by doctor. Integrating medical insurance schemes and policies. To add stock analysis to find the availably required medicine in the nearby shop. Integrating the future of using smartwatch to matching blood pressure, health rate, oxygen rate, etc., which will help the doctor for prescribing the medicine.
We have used Miro platform in which we collaborate and put our ideas in front of each other. And at last, we selected the product which we have made. We also used the concept of design thinking to refine our ideas, and we have used Python for data analysis, that is ECG report, and we have used Flutter and Visual Studio Code for making the prototype of our app. Thank you. That's it from our side. So if you have any queries, you may proceed, please.
Okay, I don't think we have any questions for this team. So we can proceed. We will now proceed with, obviously, last but not the least team in the focus area categories that we had. We had artificial intelligence in news category team. And now I would like to request the AI in news team to kindly present their work. Thank you so much.
A very good afternoon to everyone present here and welcome to our presentation. Our focus area is based on artificial intelligence. We have developed a news website that customizes the news based on the interest of the user. We are happy to say that the website is live and let's hear more about it. Hello, I am a young innovator named Rajiv. I'm a part of AIM India and I just love cricket, yoga and technology.
Hello, my name is Elia. I'm a part of Sirius Russia and I'm passionate about hockey, design, and Apple.
But our news site looks the same.
I'm not very interested in politics. Now I have to search for news related to Apple. It's so boring. I wish there was a better option that could do this for me and give me my personal morning newspaper.
I'm a cricket fan, not a politics fan. What am I supposed to do with the US elections as a kid? I want to know about the ICC World Cup of this year, not the elections. Spending wholesome time every morning only searching news gets on my nerves.
Oh, wonder, is there any solution to all of these problems?
Necessity is the mother of invention. Introducing Newser, a perfect solution for all these problems. We are not just a prototype, rather we are running live at newser.io. Gives you your dose of a unique newspaper made specially for you with the aid of artificial intelligence technology.
News here summarizes news using machine learning algorithms and saves your time. It takes into account my and your interests in the daily news.
Wow, it's joyful to know that Newser understands my interests. Now I can see only the news that I'm interested in and no more disinterested news. All possible thanks to Newser.
Now I don't need to waste my time finding news of my interest because NewsHero already does that for me. I can spend more time reading news that I like rather than wasting time finding them. This is awesome. Now let's take a look at one of the unique features of our app, the summarization.
Summarization is a technique of extracting the main features of a text. The artificial intelligence embedded in the application summarizes a lengthy article into a precise form, ensuring that no key point is left out. We are using a pre-trained BART model that allows users to quickly get the gist of each article, feel its uniqueness even on the first use.
How this application works from inside, I think I can guide you through that. So it starts with a collection of various news articles from multiple websites or RSS with the help of our news scrapers based on Python programming language. Now that the news has been gathered, we store all the articles at one place, that is RDS, where we can access it anytime we want. Then the filtered news is sent for summarization, which is done with the help of some machine learning models. To get the personalized news, we're using the power of Amazon. Inside this, we have AWS personalized so that we get only the news in which we are interested and nothing else. So this is how the user gets the personalized news as per his preference without wasting much time going through the entire newspaper.
Hey there, welcome to the demo of Newser, where news feeds are as unique as you are. To start the personalization feature, let's sign in with Google. So here, as you can see, I have signed in through my account, and now I'm going to be going to the settings page to properly customize my news feeds according to my interest. So say I'm interested in AI, machine learning, I'm interested in technology, then I get all the news feeds which are related to them, and I can also check them, meaning I'm interested to find news from those sources on my homepage. So I click on done to save the settings. So here it is, personalized news on your doorstep. So the best feature I like about Newser is the summarization feature. Normally, articles are as big and lengthy as pages together, but with the help of the summarization feature, you can convert something that is pages long to only a para, which saves tons of time for you. You have complete personalization options in Newser. You can like your news feeds, and the next time you log in, you get a personalized news experience for yourself. And it's absolutely free and live with no ads, so you can enjoy your morning news every day. Thank you.
I have a question to the team.
Sorry,
I have a question to the team. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. So the question is that what are the types of format for news feeds which you have integrated into this app? Second question is that from now on, where do you think, besides the personal preferences or the personal users, you know, like you and me, where do you think this app would be more useful in the corporate world or otherwise, and how would you like to pitch it?
Ilya, do you want to take the RSS feed question, and Prajwal maybe can take the future question?
I don't know. So the source of the data that we use in our website is some RSS and the ADAM data source, and we use it to summarize the news, and then we displayed it on the website. And the next question.
So basically, any website which is an RSS feed, which is literally all the modern websites. Times of India has multiple RSS feeds. CNN, Fox News, right? Everything has RSS feed. So literally, we can connect with any news website in the world with RSS. Prajwal, you want to talk about the future of this app?
Yes, sir, definitely. So mainly, I would first like to tell how it's useful for everybody. So if you are seeing, it's just currently we demonstrated personal users, that is me and you, any ordinary person. But say if a corporate company would want to use this, I think it would save his time too, because in the corporate world, time is money. Time is considered as money. And along with that, suppose what would the corporate world do with news related to sports? There's absolutely no use of it, but still the corporate world or anybody who is going through it would have to go through that news as well. And news is equally as important to the corporate world as any other citizen of this country, and I would say much more, because his entire foundation base lies on what is happening around him. His entire business is concentrated only around things or events that are happening around him. So, and one more and speaking of the future or the future features that we would like to implement, we would like to implement text-to-speech features and also many more personalization features. So currently we are using the user data, that is the like, and then whether he's clicking on that particular news feed or not. And that is the main personalization arguments that we are using. But in future, we can completely enhance that. We can use many more personalization, such as the search, what he wants based on the keywords he searched in the site as well.
So Prajwal, you also talked about the future, how summarization can be used for other industrial use case like magazines. You had that discussion.
I'm sorry, sir.
So to answer that question, for industrial use, the students were discussing that the summarization feature can also be used to summarize entire magazine articles, right? PDFs. So if you are a CEO, somebody like me who's from the IT industry and have a lot of people reporting, people can get frequent documents, and maybe the summarization feature can be used in the industry to concise the document to just meaningful information, and that could be super relevant for IT industry or for industry in general as well, sir. Hope
Yeah,
that answers the question.
that's a good part, Mr. Bhavesh. You see, just for the benefit of the children, of course, the experts know the corporates employ companies, like public relations companies, to sift information for them. And every day, for a corporate client, the mass media and public relation companies every morning, in fact, have to sift information for them and give them a feed that what is happening in the domain in which they are operating, and what are the news feeds and how the company performance and other aspects which are related to these news feeds can get affected. So it's a huge task for the people who are working in some of these mass media companies, and as also some of the consulting companies like Press, PwC, and many others, to prepare and sift this knowledge. So you have a very good chance of creating a very, very viable app, and you can get good amount of financial reward for this if you pitch it well. And as Bhavesh mentioned about PDFs, RSS feeds are very good, but they do not have a lot of the complete information. They are just the feeds. They're not the full information. Sometimes there are advertisements. Sometimes there are circulars which are not in these feeds, because of course everything cannot be given into the RSS feeds. So many of these things are also very important. So if you add those features and make it viable for the industry per se, you have a great chance of making a good solution for the industry. Fantastic performance, very good.
Absolutely. Well, do you want to say a few words? Val was the lead mentor from Russia.
May I have one comment? Roman Ivan of Sirius University. I mean, thank you very much for a great project and a very excellent artistic performance. I have just one comment. Indeed, abundance of irrelevant news is a huge problem nowadays, but probably even more challenging problem is growing prevalence of fake news. So if you will be able to introduce some kind of algorithms for fact-checking in your application, that will greatly enhance the value of this application, and probably I will be one of the first subscribers.
I can add here that actually we probably can add some fact checking. We have not been able to do it right during the project implementation, but actually there are few existing fact checking models, machine learning models, that we can use and probably add. So thank you for your question. Yeah, as a lead Russian mentor, I just wanted to say a few words about the team, since we have some time. I would like to say that I'm really proud of our team's work. The students did a great job and implemented a software project that would be a real challenge for, I think, even professional developers. And the functionality of the software is actually extraordinary. We have implemented summarization that I have not seen anywhere else, as far as I know, and the personalization, and well, it looks really astonishing. While there are definitely a lot of things to fix, some UX problems and so on, I would name a project a total success, and I really hope that project will live on for a long time. And Bhavesh, I think, also wanted to add something. Bhavesh?
Bhavesh, you're on mute.
Sorry, I did that. Yeah, so thanks, Weld. And so my name is Bhavesh Goswami. I'm the lead mentor from India side. I'm a founder and CEO of a company called CloudDat. And thank you so much for the students, for the AIM and Sirius to give us the opportunity. Working with the students was really amazing. And like we mentioned, that it was a total success. Kudos to all the great students. They are super, super smart. And thanks for the opportunity.
Not only for this project, but for the other projects also, I would request the mentors and the student connect to continue, and whatever future directions these children have envisaged under your leadership, we should continue to take it to the next level, so that all these products are also marketable and usable in the real world.
Thank you.
So I think I think they're going to be picked up by the Googles and the Microsoft and the Amazons of the world in a year or two.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you so much all. With that, we complete all the presentations of the 8 focus areas that we had. We started with chemistry, then we had sports, then we had digital financial assets, distance education, cognitive science, linguistics, health, finally, artificial intelligence in news. Now, I would like to invite my colleague, Alexey, to take the proceedings forward. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Ron, dear friends. Thank you very much for your presentations. Really amazing results were achieved, and we really hope that the teams will continue their communication beyond the program. So, and all participants and mentors will receive, of course, certificates and acknowledges, and we'll wait them. We're happy to see them again. And now I present Elena Shmeleva, the head of the Educational Foundation Talent and Success and a member of Presidium of Russian Science and Educational Council. Elena Vladimirovna. it's word to you.
Не включила я. Микрофон.
Елена Владимировна?
Да.
Yes.
Уважаемые коллеги, от всей души вас поздравляю. Впечатляющие результаты у наших учеников. Это все происходит благодаря огромному вкладу экспертов с обеих сторон, организаторов. И, конечно, мы накопили опыт. Поздравляю с окончанием нашей 3-й совместной программы.
Dear colleagues and friends, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to congratulate you with the completion of the 3rd Russian-Indian project program. I would like to thank the organizers, our excellent experts and mentors, as well as tutors and young researchers for carrying out the program and achieving such amazing results. Thank you.
Я благодарю наших экспертов за уровень задач и поздравляю всех участников. Хотела бы отметить и Проджвела Эйнча из Бангалора, и Ксению Боровикову из Саратова, и Сапна Йоги из Джайпура, Андрея Абрамова из Москвы. У вас уникальное сочетание передовых разработок, практического применения. И, конечно, это напрямую будущее информационных технологий, в котором мы здесь в Сириусе очень заинтересованы внедрять и развивать их вместе с вами.
All the participants of the program are talented and inspired students who are real role models. I thank Projwald Ainge from Bangalore, Ksenia Borovikova from Saratov, Sapna Yogi from India, and Andrei Abramov from Moscow. And all the participants, you are the future of the global IT industry, which we try to develop here in Sirius.
Мы заинтересованы продолжать уже технологические разработки совместно. Например, в области дистанционного обучения мы, конечно, хотели бы развивать совместно нашу программу Sirius Online, показать вам тоже результаты. Возможно, вам будет интересно использовать ее как систему дистанционного тестирования в индийских школах.
We are interested in the system of distant learning, and we will be glad to discuss the opportunity to use this distance system in Indian schools.
Очень интересный проект у разработчиков веб-платформ с использованием визуализации активности нейронов головного мозга. Мы могли бы тоже развивать его вместе, подключить его к вычислительному кластеру нашего университета и таким образом дать возможность любому исследователю работать и развивать эту программу.
Another team has created a web platform for a vast visualization of the brain neurons activity. With its help, scientific groups from different regions and countries will be able to co-work. And this new platform can be connected to a computive cluster of a Sirius university.
Мы постоянно видим большой интерес к инновационному центру Sirius, нашему университету. У нас появился не так давно новый резидент, передовые молекулярные технологии. Это компания, созданная с нашим ведущим медицинским университетом, которая будет частью игровой образовательной платформы наших резидентов. Таким образом, нам кажется, что тоже мы могли бы развивать этот проект вместе, сделать так, чтобы молекулярное моделирование и существующие компьютерные программы могли бы помогать и быть доступными исследователями со всего мира.
Team's research will become a part of a gaming and educational platform of the Innovational Scientific and Technological Center Series, and company which is called Advanced Molecular Technology. Besides, scientists from all over the world will be able to build a new algorithm, and we are very happy to continue and develop it.
Нам очень понравился проект персональной ленты новостей, который мог бы составить основу нашей библиотеки исследований и технологий. Мы давно мечтали создать ее в Сириусе.
We really liked a new project, a news feed, which can become a basis for research and technological library of Sirius.
Мне кажется, и Сириус сегодня развивается очень бурно, и наше сотрудничество тоже очень развивается год от года. И, конечно, мы вместе создаем такую большую распределенную лабораторию, научный центр, где и разрабатываются, и могут внедряться передовые разработки, и, конечно же, будут создаваться международные коллаборации из тех партнеров, которые сегодня участвовали в программе.
Sirius today is developing. There is a project of the future and open laboratory for creative freedom, for research and experiments. And right here, new practices and technologies will be born and will be used, and new international collaborations will be created.
И я приглашаю каждого из вас представить свои проекты на саммите молодых ученых и инженеров «Большие вызовы». Этот саммит проводит Сириус ежегодно. Приезжают учащиеся 9-10 класса. И, конечно, у каждого из вас будет возможность приехать благодаря тем высоким результатам, которые вы сейчас показали.
And I invite you to be a part of this great project. I invite you to represent your projects on the summit of 9th and 10th grade students, which takes place in Sirius, and with the help of these great results that you have shown during this project.
Я благодарю каждого из наших партнеров за участие в решении глобальных задач, которые стоят сегодня перед каждым из нас, перед миром в целом, и уверена, что наше сотрудничество будет по-прежнему развиваться. Мы его очень ценим, и я уверена в долгосрочных результатах в деле воспитания и обучения наших молодых юных талантов обеих стран. Спасибо вам за этот вклад.
I thank every partner for their work, and education of talented youth is a strategic task, and I would like to continue the collaboration and international cooperation that tighten links between our two countries. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena Vladimirovna, and Mr. Ramanan. I'll give the word to you, and happy to work together today and during all the program.
Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ronak, and thank you, Elena, for those very inspiring words, and for continuing this collaboration initiative that was started 3 years ago. We are indeed, from Atal Innovation Mission and from India, very proud of this relationship that has got formed. And we are also very pleased that for 3 years in running, it has only gained from strength to strength in terms of not only the collaboration between the students, but also the involvement of many others from Sirius and from Atal Innovation Mission in this initiative. We have had a number of mentors, teachers, a number of scientists, specialists, and innovators address through their knowledge sharing sessions very valuable inputs and learnings to the young student. And I think that has also inspired everybody in this journey. Firstly, I would like to compliment all the young students who have participated from India and Russia. I listened to every one of your presentations, and I have to confess that I feel very envious of every one of you. At a very young age, you are displaying remarkable talent, remarkable creativity, and wonderful innovative passion. And that passion was manifested in whatever you were sharing with us today. Not only have you all worked very hard to create these applications, which are in very difficult areas, but which are in very relevant areas for not only our countries, but for the rest of the world. You have taken up topics like chemistry, databases on the fly, how do you analyze the molecules, how do you use artificial intelligence in news, how do you promote sports and culture through applications, how do you ensure that you are able to apply cognitive sciences in various areas. And these are all the technologies of tomorrow. all of you young students who are participated, you are going to be the architects of the new world that we are all going to inhabit. And therefore, this sort of collaboration and co-innovation between teams from India and Russia is what is needed in the future. I am sure that every one of you is going to become a very famous scientist or a very famous innovator or a very famous inventor. I'm sure of it because of the quality of what I have seen today. But it is very important for you to continue to nurture your innovative capability, your talent, and your passion for innovation, because it is through that you will be able to make a difference and leave an impact upon not only your life, but upon the lives of others. I also want to thank all the administrators from AIM and SIRIUS who have worked in the background. Thank you, Alexey. Thank you, Ronak. Thank you, Adal Innovation Mission team. And thank you, the SIRIUS team, for working very hard to make this happen. I know there has been a lot of planning. There is a lot of discussion, collaboration, telecons, which have gone behind all of this. And I really appreciate the effort that has been put. We were very, very privileged, and we felt very happy that the Minister of Science and Technology, the Vice Minister of Science and Technology from Russia, and the Vice Chairman from Niti Aayog, and the Principal Scientific Advisor today participated in this session along with Ms. Elena. You know, that shows the importance that both the nations at the highest level are giving to this collaboration and this initiative, which was started by the Honorable President Putin and the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I think it is upon us to take this to the next level. And I really appreciate Ms. Elena's offer for continued collaboration on distance learning and using that as a vehicle for additional collaboration. I'm sure we all want to meet together and work together also. And I'm sure with this COVID-19 coming to an end soon, we will have the opportunity to travel and visit each other's countries. And you, my dear students, will be able to meet all the friends that you have made across online today. And finally, I think that because of digital transformation, because of digital capability, we should not now, going ahead, restrict this to once a year. I would request Ronak and Alexey to see how you can plan on a periodic basis interactions even during the course of the year, leading to the final event at the end of the year. Because we can do this many times, maybe at least 3 times during the course of the year, of having an interaction with more number of students and having knowledge sharing sessions, or even having some challenges that people can work on. I think it is very important to keep this going on a very real-time dynamic basis and use digital technology for greater communication, greater collaboration, and greater sharing of knowledge. Thank you all, my dear mentors and teachers, for participating in this wholeheartedly. I could see your own passion in this, and I think that is very important. And somebody said that, Google and IBM will all be ready to take every one of you. My advice is, don't become a prey to that. You should create the next Google, you should create the next IBM. So you have the potential to do that. Don't just join any other organization, create your own organization, because that is what the world needs. More creators, more job creators, more innovators, more scientists who will be able to address the problems of the world. So with that, thank you all so much. It has indeed been a pleasure for me to be associated with this initiative between AIM and SIRIUS, and I look forward to greater collaboration and an increased involvement in this initiative. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your kind words. Ms. Elena and Mr. Ramanan. Now we are at the closure of this event, and this event has been a very great set of collaborative efforts from both the countries. But connecting both of these countries was very important when it came to the operations, the coordinations, and everything. And for that, there was a humongous role of the Embassy of India in Moscow, which was the connection between both the Indian and the Russian sides. So with that, I would now like to request Dr. Shishi Shwatria, Counselor SNT at the Embassy of India in Moscow, to share his thoughts and a closing message, please.
And you want to take a picture also together with everybody, right?
Yes, we will do this once after the sir's message.
So I would request everybody to wait and put your videos on before you log off.
Yes.
So it's been a great pleasure. Ronak, there is nothing to thank. It is our job in the embassy to connect the two countries, and there is nothing better than connecting the youth of both the countries together. The youth has so much of energy that just by sheer listening to them, we feel energized. So it's been a wonderful session today and all this while, and right from 2018 onwards, you have been doing a very good job, Atal Innovation Mission and SIRIUS, and it is a privilege for all of us in the embassy and elsewhere in the government of India and the government of Russian Federation to support these measures. And it'll be a great pleasure for us to take this forward. Whatever directives and directions has been shown by the dignitaries today and earlier in the past, it will be a great pleasure for us to take it forward and see that we take it to the next level. I wish all the students and all the lead mentors who have taken part to stay connected and keep evolving. As Mr. Ramanan said, create Googles of your own, create new solutions, because you are the ones who are going to be the next creators, and we are looking forward to you to create more and more jobs, create more and more solutions by the way of your innovation, and keep bridging these gaps. Thank you very much, all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. With that, I would now like to request everyone to kindly unmute your cameras for a group picture. Alexey, can you please also translate the same message in Russian?
Дорогие коллеги, пожалуйста, включите камеры для групповой фотографии. Спасибо.
And everybody give your best smile. So yeah, thumbs up, everybody. I'll count 3 and everybody do your thumbs up and we'll take the picture. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. On the next 1 minute, again, for the rest, we have 3 slides, we have 3 screens here. So everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Great. And one more. Oh, we have 4 screens. Okay. Can everybody switch their cameras on? 1, 2, 3. Great. And yeah, this is the last one. All switch your cameras on. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, all. Spasiba.
Bye.
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 Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye. And thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Goodbye, my friends.
Thank you.